What is on that here already? Back here today for another Dokkan Ball, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. And today I thought we'd sit down and have a look at 6th anniversary stuff. Even though 6th anniversary does seem like a while away, it's only like what month is it now? Jeez, I'm forgetting. It's October, so we're only like 3 months away from anniversary, 3.5 months, 4ish months away from 6th anniversary on JP. And obviously we're going to start getting, well, usually what we would start getting around this time was figure leaks. And when a figure leaks for an anniversary for Dokkan, if you didn't know, Dokkan do have figures. These are the 5-year anniversary ones. Goku for the 4-year. This Goku Black, I think, is also from that as well as this Vegeta. And there's a Majin Vegeta and Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku as well. Yeah, here they are. The Bam Presto make and release every anniversary at least for the past 2 years, and for those 2 years we've got at least one of the figures leaked early. Last year I think it was Gogeta Blue, and then that sort of gives us a hint to at least what one of the characters will be, partially. Obviously we didn't know it was a transforming one or what, but we just did know that it was probably going to be Gogeta from then on, and then probably paired up with someone, either Broly or Vegito. So that we sort of get info every year from that for the past few years, and we got Goku, so then we assumed it was going to be like either Goku or maybe Baby, but probably Vegeta. And some similar sort of thing we thought was going to happen this year, but if you look over here, they're not doing it this year at the moment. Well, they haven't shown them off, because usually I think they're showing them off in September around, is like the usual time that would find them out. But as you can see, this is the Dokkan one currently on the Band Presto website. It has a black box. Obviously this isn't the actual outline for the figure, so don't be like, oh yeah, who's circular and sort of tall and whatever. But so you would usually show it off, which is weird, because so then we don't really know who the figures are going to be. And people have been theorizing GT, because it's been 2 years since we've gone back to GT, but I think GT is going to be Download Celebration next year personally, so I didn't think that anyway. But the people who did think that was sort of surprised to see, at least, that this figure, as well as this Gogeta figure, completely unrelated to Dokkan, are coming out, I think, a week or two after the anniversary starts on Dokkan. But the thing is, it's not related to Dokkan, and I don't think they're going to do the same company. I don't think they're going to do 2 Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta figures in like 2 weeks, apart from each other. Which they obviously, of course, they could still do that, but I just don't think it's very likely, and so do a lot of people don't think it's likely as well. Shout out to Baggy Saiyan, who has these images up here. But you can definitely see that from this, it's probably not going to be GT. So there's a chance, so don't give up if you're a really big GT fan. And even if you are a really big GT fan, I think we're going to be getting a lot of GT next year anyway, since we've finished the Dragon Ball Z sort of chronology of events and like characters and stuff. So we're probably either going to move into Super or GT, but I see us getting GT first. So definitely look forward to getting GT next year, but it's not going to be anniversary, it looks like. So that's not the end of the video, because I did want to talk about what we are going to be getting for 6th anniversary. Basically, I don't want to say 100% confirmed, but I don't really see anything else they could do that is on like the same hype level, or will like match Gogeta and Vegeta Blue in the amount of hype they bring, because I don't think they're going to go Gogeta Blue and then Vegeta Blue and then drop the hype scale significantly. Like, maybe it might be dropped for some people, obviously, but it's still going to be on that same super hype level characters. So even though I would really like to see a base Goku and a Grade 8 Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga, or I don't know, like a Demon King Piccolo and Kid Goku LRs, we obviously, they bring money in Japan, obviously they would, but on the global side, the global players tend to like the big like super units, powerful units more than the old school sort of exciting characters for me and a lot of other people at least. So here we are on, as you can see from these 2 categories, but I think it's going to be for next year. I think we're going to be getting Blue Vegeta, or a base Vegeta and a base Goku that go Ultra Instinct obviously for Goku, and then Mastered Ultra Instinct with super amazing animations, and then Vegeta that goes Blue Vegeta and then Evolution Blue Vegeta, or some sort of version of that basically. And so they show off like 3 forms basically, or maybe even you could I could see them doing turn 1 transformations. So like Goku starts off as base, turn 1 or Blue maybe, turn 1 goes to UI. Like, I could see that happening because, I don't know, 3 transformation is pretty long for an LR. I don't think we've actually had that before. So they could do that, but that's just an idea I had chucked out just then. But I think, obviously for me, it's probably the most exciting thing they could do though, because I really like UI Goku, I think, and everybody really likes UI Goku. So obviously this is going to bring a lot of cash to the game. And there has been rumours, of course, I don't think it's going to happen, but people have been saying that maybe we could be getting 60 on both versions because of how close the games are now. But I still don't think that's going to happen quite yet. I could say that maybe 7 year, but I don't know if we're going to be getting that sort of thing for 6 year. But if it did, I think Dokkan would make the most money they've ever made on a given celebration. Enough of me talking about money and stuff though, and business stuff. Let's just get into the units exactly. So let's go over here to the 5-year anniversary campaign. So this is obviously the previous anniversary campaign we had, if you can count 5, 6. And this is like the first important thing that happens in the celebration. All this stuff's just like sales and like campaign stuff. Pretty boring. But here we get the full-on like hype stuff. So obviously, as I said before, who I think the Dual Dokkan is going to be, Goku and a Vegeta. Then I think we might have a similar thing to this, but be a 66 summon, just obviously because 6 is going to be the theme, so it's not going to be 55, maybe 66. Or maybe they could reduce it and make it only 6, but you get like 2 LRs or something crazy. But it's going to be 6 in some form, in I think a ticker summon, because I think that's the best thing that came out of the anniversary, along with easy 8 LRs, which we'll talk about in a minute. But as we can see, we scroll down here, we got some Dokkan events, obviously. A Boss Rush, we'll probably get one of those. And Infinite Dragon Ball History, I think we could get one, obviously, for Universe Survival Saga, maybe like opposing universes as well as Universe 7, because you always get 2 in the big celebrations. So we'll have like Krillin, Tien, Gohan, Piccolo, Goku and Vegeta on one side, and then the other side will have Jiren, Kefla, Toppo, and characters like that, and an Annie Laza maybe, which I think would be cool. And we had the Whis event, which came with the new equipment, obviously, thing, so we'll obviously get a new sort of like mechanic introduced. I don't really know what that could be, if I'm like speaking realistically, because it could be anything. Dokkan isn't super consistent with introducing new mechanics, and it's like not really easy to predict what they're going to do. So in terms of the, because I always do release a new mechanic for 4-year, it was active skills, 3-year transformations, 5-year equipment. So they will do something, but I just don't know what that could be. 2 new story events, which I think we will get 2 story events, but I could see them, as I said before, being opposing universes as well as the Universe 7. So I could see one of the things being the Zero Mortals plan replacement with an LR Goku being just like a Universe 7 card, and you get LR Universe, and it awakens to LR Universe 7. I think that would be really cool. And then I could see maybe Saiyan Trio led by Fate be possibly, it sounds crazy, but another LR with maybe the Universe 11 team, or maybe a Universe 6 team, or maybe an Annie Laza, as I said before. I definitely think those are very viable options in terms of LRs, because obviously they're not going to do anything super duper hype, but it's still going to have that like little bit of hype behind it, like how Zamasu brackets Goku Black is like sort of a form of Goku Black, and people like Goku Black, but it's not like full-on Goku Black with like all the cool moves from the anime. It's like sort of made up. So we could get a Universe 7 sort of thing, where obviously Universe 7 from Tournament of Power is really exciting because you have UI Goku and stuff, but it's not exactly UI Goku, like base Goku or Blue Goku or something like that. So it's like that semi-hype sort of thing to get free-to-play players more excited if they don't pull the main units. Freedom's Army Test will probably get the, I could see us getting the, I forgot what it's called. It was like the pre-Lim tournament or something, the thing they had before the actual Tournament of Power with the Trio of Dangers and stuff. I could see it being like the test of, I don't know, the universes or something, and it's like you have to verse the Trio of Dangers and do certain amounts of damage with different categories like we did in this one. Virtual Dokkan obviously will get one of these, but it will be themed on Tournament of Power. All the stuff reopens, nothing too much there, so obviously so I think we could get some exciting stuff in Part 1, but as they're going right now, Part 1s haven't been that exciting, because if you guys haven't been playing Dokkan recently, the Part 1 was very dead for the 5-year, as well as the Worldwide Set, like the joint celebration. So I think that, but they did do that survey, so hopefully they learn from that, and they introduce some of these story events, more stages or more easy A's or something in part 1, and then maybe get rid of part 3 altogether, just to make it so the content is more condensed, so you're always having fun and having something to do. I think that's the best thing for plan for them to do. So like maybe have one easy A in part 2, one easy A in part 1. You have one story event in part 1, so one story event in part 2. You have one Infinite Dragon Ball history in 1 and 2. Obviously the top legendary summon in part 2, dual Dokkan Fest in part 1, and then you sort of do stuff like that. So then the parts are basically evened out, but the only difference being one's a legendary summon banner in 1, and the other one has a dual Dokkan Fest. I think that's the best thing they can do in terms of these big celebrations going forward. We will get new wallpapers. Obviously, we got 2 last year, so we could get more though. But I feel like 2 is solid. Obviously, we got new stages introduced slowly over time, which I hate. We got an Extreme Z area for the free-to-play. One of the free-to-play events being the Saiyan Trio, even though there's only 2 of them that you can get. We also have the top legendary summon, and what I think we're going to be getting this is a God Topo. Well, not a God Topo, a Topo which even transforms into God Topo or active skills and uses God Topo in some way, as well as I would have said a Jiren previously, but because we didn't get LR full power Jiren, this man up right here, I think it's going to be, I could see it being a hit card. I feel like that would be really cool because we don't have an amazing hit card in the game, and this guy isn't great. Or I could see it being, as I said before, Annie Laza, because he's not too hype. The thing is, he's not too hype though, so I feel like hit would be a more stronger bet in terms of like a big unit to release of like characters that are prevalent in the Universe File Saga that haven't been released already. But it also could be another form of Kefla, like Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, and it could even be like Hit and God Goku from that one scene where they team up together. So that's another option for that. But I definitely think Hit, we're going to get a new Hit sometime in the future, and that would be a great time to release another Hit. But that being said, they could also release one for the Universe 6vs7 tournament as well, so maybe a God Goku and Hit is more realistic. So part 3, as I said before, they had the LRZA. I think we're going to be getting maybe 1 or 2, as I said before, with having 2 LR events open during the 6th anniversary, and then we get an EZA for both during that. I think that would be really cool, as well as I'm really hoping they introduce actual proper EZAs, like full-on Dokkan Fest EZAs into these celebrations, because they really are one of the like driving forces of the game, EZAs, especially the big Dokkan Fest ones. And I definitely think that next year we could get an EZA for maybe Dokkan Fest Jiren. I feel like that would be like, because I think by then we'll be close to categories, and I don't see why I can just skip ahead a few months. And I feel like Jiren would be a great, obviously thematically, because it would make sense, Universe Survival Saga, drop one of him. Or they could also go and do an EZA for Evolution Blue Vegeta, or even both, because they did release on the same initial banner. Or if they were going for 120s, they could do like Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Vegeta, or something of that sort. And that's to talk about more the units specifically now, because we're sort of done with the campaign. To sum it up, I think we're gonna get 2 LRs with EZAs. We're gonna get 1 normal EZA. I think we're going to be getting a top legendary summon with a Hit in some form, as well as Topo, a Dokkan Fest with Goku and Vegeta, 2 new Infinite Dragon Ball histories, a boss rush, a bunch of logins and stones, obviously, a 66 guaranteed LR ticket summon, and I think that's about it in terms of what I think in terms of big content. But that is a lot, so I really hope that does come to fruition, my sort of prediction for the campaign. And now talking about the categories I'll lead, I really did like the thing they did in 5th year, where they sort of made a new category and gave them both the leader skill, so you can rock on them both and use a new category if you just pull one that came out. So I think what they'll do is they'll do a similar thing, how they have a joint category and then an individual category that's older. So Gogeta had Fusions in Last Resort, and then Vegeta had Potara in Last Resort. So I think Vegeta is going to have Pure Saiyans, and I made another category up in my head called like Universe's Last Defense, and that'd be like Spirit Bomb Goku from End of Buu Saga, Super Saiyan Goku from End of Frieza Saga, like the final categories, that final characters that sort of defended off like the big threat of the universe. So Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and obviously like UI Goku in Evolution Blue Vegeta and the people from the Tournament of Power, basically the whole team, and characters sort of that helped stop the end of the universe. So, and then for UI Goku, I think he has to be Universe Survival Saga because he's obviously the most popular character out of that arc. So getting another one of another Universe Survival Saga leader, the fourth big time leader in I think 2 years. So that's I don't know, 3 years, because Hit's actually pretty old now. I think about it. So that's my thoughts on what we could be getting for 6th year in terms of events of characters and stuff. Obviously, if you guys have any other thoughts and maybe even think it still could be GT, let me know why in the comments, and just leave your thoughts down below in the video, and just everything in general that I talked about, and let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.